Ask these two simple questions before you close the deal, and you, my friend, are gonna watch your closing rates skyrocket. If you don't ask these two questions before you close, you're gonna watch things come up like, we have to think about it, they're gonna ask you more questions, or they're gonna outright say the word no. And if you're a seasoned salesperson, you're thinking, is this a trial close? No. A trial close is different than the pre-close. A trial close is looking for a commitment from someone, everything other than price, basically. This pre-close question, there's two of them, are gonna help you basically get the green light to ask for the business. So if you're someone who's been afraid of being pushy, afraid of being salesy, you're afraid of being rejected, if you add these two questions that I'm gonna teach you in this video before you ask for the business, however it is that you wish to do so, you, my friend, are gonna watch your closing rate go up. And I would guess go up quite a lot. Now, let's get started. Hey, first, just a really quick welcome and welcome back. Adam Bensman here, the Roof Strategist. And everything that I do here on my channel is designed to help you and your team smash your income goal and give every customer an amazing experience. So if you've been tuning in and you like these videos and you want even more, then join me inside my free training center where you will find exclusive content not found here on YouTube. And I've got content for the newbie, the seasoned veteran, as well as the owner or manager growing a team. There's absolutely no catch, and there's a link in the description below. Now, if you're someone that's struggled with the mental and emotional battlefield that is a life in roofing sales, then you, my friend, should also pick up a copy of my book, The Roofing Sales Survival Guide, How to Beat the Odds, Overcome Yourself, and Win Big. You'll see for yourself why it became a #1 bestseller in under 24 hours and why owners have purchased 10, 20, up to 60 copies for their team and making it required reading for every salesperson and new hire. Available now on Audible, Amazon, and Kindle for stupid cheap. All right, let's get to it. The pre-close. This is what comes up before we ask for the business. There's an age-old saying in sales that I cannot stand. So this is not my advice, and I recommend not doing this. Close hard, close early, close often. Blech. Garbage. This is the definition of being pushy. When that conversation shifts to that of being of self-interest rather than being of service. Write that down. That shift where you went from being self-serving versus of service. So if we close hard, close early, or close often, this creates this, again, self-serving, I want your business, me, I. And homeowners just feel like they've got a bullseye on their back and they're gonna push back on you. This is one of the reasons that especially new salespeople report feelings of being sleazy, salesy, pushy, aggressive, because they weren't trained how to appropriately ask for the business. I want you to put yourself in your prospect's shoes for a minute. Let's say you're about to get a new roof, and all I do is talk to you about how great of a company we are, the better service, better product, better warranty. It's only $25,000, sign here. You interested in working with me? You're probably thinking to yourself, well, I have questions. How does the process work? Well, how does the crew show up? Is it gonna be loud? What about my yard? What about nails in my yard? How long is this going to take? What about that landscape ornament we have in the back of the house that we got from grandma? How are they going to protect that? All of these questions are going on in our prospect's mind. And we have two types of questions, by the way. Conscious, which are the ones I just shared with you, and then unconscious. Those are the ones where a homeowner has questions, but they aren't even sure what they are. In fact, they can't articulate the question. There's just not enough information for them to make a decision, which is a common cause for these two objections. First is, I have to think about it. And the second is, can you leave me with some more information so I can review this and give you a buzz? Also, so I can do some more research. Anytime someone asks you to send a summary and or some information so they can do research, it means that you did not give them enough information to make a decision that they were comfortable with. This happened to me when I was newer in sales with no training because I never spent time on the important things like explaining how the process worked so they knew exactly what to expect every single step of the way. So if we try to ask for the business and go in for that close and the homeowner has a conscious question, they're going to be like, no, I'm not ready yet. I need answers to those questions before I can continue. Or they have an unconscious question, which just means something in my gut just isn't sitting, like they just didn't give me enough information. Can you send me like a summary or some details? I just want to do a little research first. When we have either of those situations, you will not get the deal period. It does not matter how amazing your inspection was, your presentation, or anything. When those questions are left, deals do not get closed. And that is why we need to ask the pre-close questions. There are 2 of them. Pre-close question number 1. Hey, Mr. Homeowner or Mrs. Homeowner, do you have any questions for me so far? When you ask this, do you have any questions for me so far? The homeowner is going to sit back and think, and very frequently they're going to say, no, not yet. It all sounds good. Thank you. And then the other outcome. Do you have any questions for me so far? Yeah, I do. Before you talked about the color selection, are we required to use that manufacturer? Because I heard this other one's really good. You're going to get these questions that come up, or they're going to say, hey, you know what? I wasn't quite sure about this part of the process. And that's okay. We're going to address those questions and then ask again. Great question. Do you have any other questions for me? We want to get to a point where they say no, there's no more questions. So that is question number 1. Do you have any questions for me? If you're one of those people who've messaged me on Instagram or Facebook or responded to one of my emails and said, hey, I take notes during your videos, then write that down. Do you have any questions for me? Number 2 question that I ask is, hey, I know we've covered a lot. This is the question. Write it down. Does this all make sense? Use some empathy. Does this all make sense? I know we covered a lot. What you'll find is this common occurrence. I'm going to role play, for example. Hey, Mr. Homeowner, do you have any questions for me so far? No, you don't. Excellent. Does this all make sense? Actually, and they're going to use this word, actually. And then what follows the word actually are buying motivated questions. Things like, actually, listen, I work from home and I'm on Zoom all day. Can you guys do the install on a Saturday? Or actually, I really love everything, but my great grandmother, she got me this lawn ornament that's in the back. How are you guys able to protect that? Actually, we just got a hot tub. How are you guys going to protect the hot tub? Actually, we just got a puppy and I can't have nails in the yard. Can you just tell me how the cleanup process works? These questions that are followed by the word actually are the buying motivated questions where you basically got this thing done. Again, we're going to repeat. That's a great question. And we're going to reset to the beginning. Every time a question comes up, we're going to reset. Do you have any other questions for me? No? Excellent. Is all this making sense? Yes. Now we can go in for the close, however you wish to close. And if you want to learn more techniques inside my free training center, I have a webinar replay in there that you won't find. It's called 10 Closing Techniques for Every Situation for Storm and Retail. And that'd be a great resource for you to supplement this. And you can get inside by using the link below. There, my friend, you have it. The 2 questions to clear any questions that customer has in their mind, conscious or otherwise, to give you the green light to close. Do you have any questions for me so far? And does all this make sense? And once you hear no more questions and yes, it makes sense, you have the green light to ask for the business any way you want it. If you like this sales philosophy, you'll love my sales system of what I can teach you and your team to do and say every single step of the way in the house when running your sales appointment, so you can reach a wildly high close rate. Andrew's sales rep at 21 years old with no experience in the industry was closing at 71% using the system. That is retail, mind you. And within his first year, that inched up to a whopping 76%. If you're interested in this system, you should see and decide for yourself. There's a link in the description below, or you can text the word DEMO, D-E-M-O, to 303-222-7133. Now, thanks for joining me in today's video. Just because our time here is about to wrap up doesn't mean your and my time has to. So if you haven't yet done, jump into my free training center, watch through that 10 closing techniques for every situation, or hang with me here on YouTube. I think you're really going to love these videos. We'll see you in the next one.